Welcome everyone to my channel. I am Liam Reads, and this is the spoiler review for his last battle, The War Service of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and it is a series called Sherlock Holmes. Okay. So Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson are involved in a spy case during World War I. And that's legitimately all I can say without it actually turning into a major spoiler. Okay. So, the characters are Sherlock Holmes. He's, of course, the star's protagonist and famous detective and occupant of 221 B Baker Street. He's a supreme, almost superhuman intelligence that allows him to solve difficult cases. He was pretending to be an informant named Aldemont that was Irish, I think? American Irish, or something that was not actually London-y. Anyways, or was he London? I don't know. Anyways, he did it to get a confession from a German spy to stop him, basically. He figured out how to get into the guy's safe. The guy told him himself. Dr. John Watson is narrator of the story and Sherlock Holmes' loyal assistant. He is a doctor by profession and has a background as a sergeant in the British Army. Now, he was pretending to be the chauffeur for Aldemont. Von Bork has been living in England, gathering important information to be used against them in the war effort, but is extracted from his plans to return to Germany by also being the last criminal duped by a character who is actually Sherlock Holmes in disguise. So Sherlock Holmes duped him and made him give up everything, all his information, without actually revealing until, at the very end that, I'm a spy. Myself, stop you. Baron von Herling is another German spy. The two have been talking about his plans to win the war. Martha was also somebody who played the part of a housemaid in order to inform Sherlock Holmes of Van Bork's movement. That's literally all the characters. There's no other characters. It's a very, very, very short. It is 10, 12 pages long. It's literally 20 pages. Not very long. So my favorite character is, of course, Sherlock. He actually has an ability to act, and he's very, very good at it. He's so good at it that he can confuse everybody, including Dr. John Watson. He's done that before. My most favorite character was Von Bork. He sure loved collecting unconscious secrets to win a war. Spies are evil. I don't even like if Americans have spies. We shouldn't have spies. I understand why, but no. But so doesn't matter. Sherlock Holmes can act good enough to dupe a German spy that's supposed to be undupable because he had never been duped before. Obviously, Sherlock Holmes is really good at his job. My favorite passage from the story is: a prisoner had raised himself with some difficulty upon the sofa and was staring with a strange mixture of amazement and hatred at its captain. Got duped. You got duped by Sherlock Holmes, and you didn't actually recognize Sherlock Holmes. After Sherlock Holmes spewed a few things about I did this, without actually saying his name was Sherlock Holmes. My favorite quote: "It was I who brought about the separation between Irene Adler and the late King of the Bohemia. When your cousin Heinrich was the imperial envoy, it was also I. It was I also who saved from murder by the Nicholas Klopman, Count von Hood zu Grafenstein, who is your mother's elder brother." That's basically how he gets Von Bork to realize who he is. Sherlock Holmes. What I thought about the ending of the book? I'm glad Sherlock arrested a spy. But, worry about the war breaking out. What happens during the war? Is there more to the war? War. Does Sherlock actually get involved in the war? Who knows? What book did it remind me of? Of course, the other Sherlock stories, Detective Conan, and any mystery TV or movie that you can probably think of. Sherlock will remind you of it. This book is part of a series called Sherlock Holmes. I rated this a 4 because it was interesting to see a different side of Sherlock Holmes, but I was disappointed that he's not actually involved in the war because I thought his last spell War Service of Sherlock Holmes meant that he was actually in war. He wasn't. He wasn't part of the war at all. Not at all. Okay, so if you think I deserve a like, comment, and your lovely subscriptions, drop it down below. I'll see you next illusion.